Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of July 22nd. You have this Metamorphosis card. It says, your inner self is being renewed by day, so new and better ways can come forth. I can't read today. You have the Sun card. It says, the sun is coming to shine its light to what's being kept hidden to reveal the truth. So some sort of truth could be coming out. I would say it's probably a positive truth because it's the sun, and it could lead to this new beginning. I feel like there's a new beginning coming in for you is what this reading is really talking about, or there is kind of like a fresh start type of energy that I'm getting off of that Ace of Wands. I'm wondering, if this fresh start that's coming in for you has to do with a false start that you had in the past. So, if you have recently experienced like a false start in love or in business, it could be any area of your life I'm getting. I feel like there could be a fresh start that reminds you, here you go, the sun, that reminds you of a past false start, and it's almost like you're revisiting something, but you're not, I don't think you're going back to a person or, going back to a business or anything like that. I think you're creating something new that is maybe similar. So if it's love, it's love. You're just dating a new person. If it's business, it's business. You're just starting a new business or something like that. But I definitely get major second chance vibes here. I'm pretty sure it was you that in your mid-monthly reading was all about second chances. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was you. So there could be, it's almost like just a continued message from your mid-monthly. You have the Five of Cups here. So again, I feel this is coming up in your current general energies that there has been some sort of disappointment or something disappointed you in the past. And, the Five of Cups says that we have to be grateful for these two cups, and then we get this bridge and this castle over here. So I feel for a lot of you, this is about being grateful for what you do have and needing to turn around so that you can have something better. So I would let go of the regrets. You have the Ace of Wands. Interesting, like I'm kind of getting reversed and upright with the Ace of Wands in my head. I feel like for some of you, you have experienced a false start with something that you thought was going to be great, and then it wasn't, and now you're getting a fresh start that reminds you of the false start. So like I said, I kind of get this weird message about getting a second chance or having some sort of second chance. I do feel like you're about to undergo a big transformation or a big change. This castle in the background of the Ace of Wands is meant to look like it's crumbling. So I do feel like your life is about to change in a major way, and it's like probably through some sort of fresh start or new start with the Ace of Wands. You have the Nine of Wands. Funny enough, he's holding on to one wand right here. So I feel for a lot of you, the Nine of Wands says, don't give up, right? The Nine of Wands really says that you need to try something again. And he's tried all these times behind him, but now he's kind of giving something one last shot. And he is a wounded warrior, so maybe you've been wounded in love or work or business or whatever it is, and I feel this is saying, you have one more shot inside of you. I feel like you have one more chance, so I would really go for something. I think that it's worth the investment is what the Six of Pentacles is saying to me, to the Sun. The Sun is the best card in the tarot, and you pretty much have the Sun twice, so I think that whatever this is going to be worth the investment of time, effort, or energy. I don't necessarily see you investing money in anything. I think that, again, you're just investing time with like a person or a business idea or your career or whatever it is. With the Five of Cups, you have the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you've been independent. You've been working on your independence and, becoming more of an independent person. I definitely feel you're increasing your abundance at this time, so I like that. I feel like there could be more money, more abundance, more flow coming in for you, or you could just be becoming more successful. I also feel like people are starting to notice it, so definitely a really good card reading for attention. Pluto is about to leave your sign. It's currently retrograding into Capricorn. It's at like 1 point something degrees. I'm pretty sure today, I'm doing this video on the 17th, that it actually will dip to 0 degrees today. And then, it will be on the cusp for a little while before it actually moves back into Capricorn. But, Pluto in your sign is an amazing time for getting attention for you, I believe, which, it will officially move back into your sign in November. But, I would work on this now, getting attention, standing out, all that other stuff. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Knight of Cups. I definitely feel there could be like a Knight in Shining Armor coming in for you, or Knight of Cups. Could be a water sign. You have the Queen of Cups, you have the High Priestess. Could also be an Earth sign as well. You have Capricorn here. You have Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo, Sagittarius. You have basically, that was all 12 signs, so whatever. But, it could be any sign, and I do feel it could be a person you're very attracted to. I feel like maybe you're going back and forth on a person, especially if you've like recently met a person or you're talking to a person. I feel this like back and forth energy here with the Six of Pentacles. You're like, do I give to this person or not? I really don't think it matters. I think what matters is that you make up your mind here, Aquarius. So, I would just go for it and, see what happens, right? With the Nine of Wands, you have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords, resting, relaxing, recovering. Amazing time to recharge your batteries. Mercury going retrograde in August, right on the 5th, right at the beginning. We're in the shadow practically. And also, I would say that Mars going retrograde at the end of the year. So, I think that Mars retrograde years are great years to make sure that you're resting, relaxing, recovering, that you're not wasting time, effort, or energy on things that are a waste of time, really kind of practicing giving to yourself, all that stuff. Because Mars retrograde, especially in Leo, the sun, is, kind of really affects our energy. So I would make sure to, kind of do things that that collect your energy, that build you back up, so that when we get to the end of the year, you'll have plenty of energy to get through it. You have this macaque card. It says matriarchal, cordial, and hierarchy. You have this pigeon. It says channeling, home, and gentleness. I think that it could be a great time for you to spend time at home. Like I said, recharging your batteries, taking care of yourself. I do feel like you are kind of doing that. That macaque card says hierarchy on it. And I think that you need to like organize your day from like most important to least important is what that card is saying. So I think a good practice for you, Aquarius, would be kind of like getting the most important activities done like first thing in your day, and then moving on to the things that are least important after that. I don't know. There's something about that popped into my head. You have the Four of Swords again. So, resting, relaxing, recovering. He is hoping and praying for blessings. And so I do feel that there's a person blessing another person in that stained glass window. And I do feel that there could be a certain blessing that you're praying for. It's almost like you're getting something you've been asking for. Even here, we have the Sun to the High Priestess. The High Priestess, she has these 3 stages to the moon on her crown. And it kind of says that she sees the beginning, middle, and end of any situation before she enters into it. But she is visualizing it. She's not necessarily intuiting how something is going to go. That could be part of it, but she's also visualizing how she wants something to go. I feel like you've already visualized a dream or something you want. It could be a person or whatever. And I feel the Six of Pentacles is saying invest. Put your time, effort, energy into whatever this is. I also feel that right now it's really important that we don't waste our energy, like I said. So make sure you're investing your energy into things that are growing, which is pretty simple. If you give something energy, do you get energy back? If the answer is yes, keep going. If the answer is no, stop and do something else. So I feel, it's really quite simple. We just need to make sure that if we invest, plant a pentacle in something, it grows. If it grows, great, keep going. If it doesn't, do something else. And, that's what I would do at this time. You have the Ace of Pentacles, so again, there could be like a really big opportunity coming in for you. It's kind of funny that you have the Queen of Pentacles. She's just looking at this one big pentacle right here. The Queen of Pentacles is about resourcefulness and being resourceful. She kind of represents, she might be receiving a big opportunity, and if she doesn't have the money to do something, she kind of like finds another way to do it. So, again, you might have an opportunity, but you might be lacking the resource, which I think everybody is right now, and it basically just says find a way. With the Four of Swords, you have the Emperor taking control of your life. I do feel like you're taking control and probably taking more action. We even go down to the Wheel of Fortune. I always say that to me, the Wheel of Fortune is an action. So I think that you are taking action on like the sun, what makes you happy. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant can represent marriage, but the Hierophant is really a card of blessings. He is normally blessing the 2 people that are normally on the front of the card here, and those 2 people represent initiates. They're like being initiated into his belief system or his belief structure. But the Hierophant is the bridge between the heavens and the earth. So he communicates with both sides, and he's able to, bring a manifestation or some sort of vision down to earth. And so I feel for a lot of you that like you are working towards bringing your vision, probably the sun, right here. I think it's something that makes you happy when you think about it. It could be a business, a relationship, it could be a spiritual belief, your health. Whatever makes you happy, I think is something that you could be working towards, especially with this, but also with the Ace of Pentacles. Can't make this up. With Ace of Pentacles, you have the Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to show you here. It's just easier to see on a traditional card. But the Wheel of Fortune, there are a couple actions we can take. Number one, double down on the good stuff. Take care of the bad stuff right away. So if challenges come up, don't run away from them. Deal with them right away, and so that they don't become bigger challenges. And when good stuff happens, make it bigger, right? How can you make something good even better? And I don't know. You're gonna have to. I can't answer all the questions for you. I don't even know what you're doing right now. So whatever you're doing, make sure that if something good happens, that you celebrate it, that you express gratitude towards it. All these animals here, the 4 signs, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo, they are holding books, so it can represent educating yourself about something as well. If something starts working in your life and you don't know what to do next, learn about it and you will figure it out. So just learn. Also, embrace the mystery, right? There's a Sphinx right here, represents the mysteries of the universe. And the Wheel of Fortune really says, don't just let secrets be secrets. Learn about them, educate yourself about it, and figure it out, right? And if you do that, you will be very successful. So that's what I would do right there. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this octopus and this fish. The fish is all about creating those small wins every single day that push you forward. So I think that small wins are going to be better than just focusing on having a big win. So I would take your goals and split them down into the tiniest, littlest pieces possible. Even if tying your shoes in the morning is a win, then celebrate it. Don't think that it's too small. If you don't, maybe getting dressed in the morning is a big win for you, celebrate it. And no matter how small it is, I would be celebrating those small wins, because eventually those small wins turn into bigger wins, and then before you know it, you're winning. The octopus is about exploring your boundaries. The octopus reaches its arms into dark crevices, and it can't really see what it's reaching into, but it just has to feel around and figure it out. And I feel like this is tied to the Wheel of Fortune. Again, don't be afraid to dig into mystery or learn about things that you don't know about. You have the Sun, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. The Sun, of course, is happiness or joy entering into your life, so I feel like there could be a lot more happiness coming in for you. The sun is a combination of the sun and the moon. It has these kind of squiggly rays, and it has these straight rays as well, and it represents the combination between the two energies. And so I feel that you have a good handle on your intuition, but I also feel the sun is sometimes like a spotlight in life. It shines a light on things we need to pay attention to, and that's what I would do with the sun. You have the Queen of Pentacles, amazing time for being resourceful. So I think we all need to look at our resources, not just money, but time, effort, energy, all those things. And we need to do what we can with what we got. And the Queen of Pentacles really is the card of doing what you can with what you got, right? And doing as much as you can. So it's maybe you can't manifest your full dream life today, but can you take one tiny step, right? And, then eventually you'll be making that giant leap in the future if you start taking the appropriate steps. I do feel pretty good about finances for you here. I mean, 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like you are increasing your finances. You have the 7 of Cups, the dream. Again, I think you get the 7 of Cups with me almost every single reading. And the 7 of Cups is dreaming of something up here, but needing to bring it down here. Hierophant, right? Hierophant also says that maybe you're thinking inside the box and you need to think outside the box. It kind of says that maybe something that you're dreaming of having in your life doesn't make logical sense, or maybe it doesn't fit into a box. But that could be a clue that it's the right thing. So, I kind of feel it is time for you to manifest something that doesn't necessarily fit in a box, or maybe to accomplish the dream or to bring your 7 of Cups down to earth, maybe you have to think outside the box, but that's probably a clue that you should do it. And so I would, get moving here. Let's see. With the Sun, you have the Page of Wands. Yeah, Page of Wands says, let enthusiasm be your guide. The Page of Wands is not logical. He just gets excited about an idea or a new journey, and he goes on the journey because he's excited about it. That's it. He doesn't need anything else. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Death card here. Yes, I do feel that there's probably a big transformation here. Yeah, you have the Wheel of Fortune as well. It's changing your fortunes, probably through a transformation. or a death, so not literally, but through letting something go or moving past something or evolving to the next stage of your life. That could be important as well with this card. So I think you are going through this period of evolution. There's also normally like two pillars up here on the death card, and the sun is coming up between the two pillars. The pillars show up on the moon card. And so it kind of says that you are entering into the period of the sun. We have the sun twice, and we kind of have it 3 times because normally the sun shows up right here. So I feel like you are going from a period of like confusion, 7 of Cups, not being sure what to pick or what to do, to having answers. With the 7 of Cups, yes, 9 of Wands. So these are definitely connected right here. The Ace of Wands and the 9 of Wands to the 9 of Wands. So I feel like this part of the reading is like connected. It's almost like saying that you could be trying something or doing something again that didn't work out the first time. But again, I think that this second chance, it's not really like the same situation. It's a new situation that reminds you of an old situation. And that's where like this rebirth is coming from. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have the starfish. It says open to infinite possibilities. There you go. You have this nightingale. It says love is all around. So I feel that there are a million ways that you can accomplish your goals with that starfish card, but don't get stuck thinking you can only do it one way. The nightingale is about being bold and being like fierce and being fearless. It's also about being able to accomplish more than you think you can. In this deck, this one right here, I'll show you this deck, the Wild Unknown Animal Oracle. The nightingale is like sitting on this giant ass egg, and it's like a tiny little bird on the egg. And so it says that you can accomplish more than you think possible, but you have to set your mind to it. The High Priestess says that you can accomplish more than you thought possible. She has no roof over her head here. And, really she is a card of possibility, and she's also the card of potential. Potential means nothing. Potential means if you put the work in, then you can possibly reach your full potential, but you have to move, right? She has this kind of tapestry behind her, and she maybe has her back to the world. We don't actually know, but there is a theory that she is kind of like shutting out the world so that she can intuitively focus on something that has potential. But eventually she has to like stop and get up and start moving towards the thing that she is intuiting. And I kind of get that feeling for you with the High Priestess. It's like, 7 of Cups, all this stuff here, very dreamy energy going on, but it's like time to bring that dream down to earth. It's time for you to like follow your heart as well with the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is also very intuitive, very compassionate, but she has this big cup here, and I always say that cup, it really doesn't look like a cup, it looks like a trophy, and so she needs to like move towards her heart so she can get this trophy or this reward that she is picturing in front of her, and she does this again through following her heart. You have the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like there is a change in your fortunes. I kind of feel like there are small things that are changing that are making something more possible as well. Again, things are not perfect, I don't think, but for the most part, it's like you might notice as we move through the rest of this month that things start falling into place, and that's kind of the feeling I get off of the Wheel of Fortune is like things aren't perfect, but things are progressing, and also I think there might be like little things that are popping up that are making something possible. Like maybe there are opportunities or coming in or maybe you need money and you get like a side hustle or something like that. It's like there are little things that are progressing you and moving you forward, and that's really the feeling I get off of that Wheel of Fortune. So let's see here what is going on for you. With the High Priestess, you have the 9 of Cups. Yes. Wish fulfillment, whatever this is, whatever you're dreaming about here, whatever you're intuiting is probably going to lead to fulfillment or happiness or joy. But I feel like you need to like make your move towards it. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Devil. Again, this is showing up in the good stuff. Obviously, I would avoid toxic energy, but in the area of the good stuff, I feel like the Devil could say that you are finally getting to work, so you are moving forward. The Devil can also represent creation. The two people on the Devil, they normally have animal horns on their heads, and the animal horns represent like our root chakra energy, baser instincts. You have these creative ideas, but they're root chakra. You need to bring them up to your head and put them out into the world. And so I feel for a lot of you, this is saying that maybe you are taking your creative ideas that live in your root chakra, you're bringing up to your head so you can actually do it. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the World. There you go. So 2 cards of a cycle. I would say that you are definitely ending one cycle and probably moving towards another cycle. The World can also represent completion, but not just completion, an accomplishment or an achievement. And I feel you could be accomplishing or achieving something that you've wanted to achieve for a long time. You have this Younger Woman card. It says dealings with relationships with the younger woman. You have the Staff. It says you will be taken care of through difficult times. So there you go. I think you will be taken care of. You have this weeping willow. It says family sorrow on it. There's like a lot of weird stuff about family in the astrology, and so I think people are just kind of dealing with family issues and all that other stuff. It actually doesn't feel like that big of a deal to me. So there you go. You have this vulture. It says depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. I would get out of your head. I wouldn't worry about other people at this time, especially. We have Mars going retrograde at the end of the year as well. Mars retrograde is pretty weird for me, as far as I'm concerned. And, I would say definitely, I think Mars retrograde can bring out like the haters, the trolls, all that other stuff. I would just completely ignore it. I mean, literally, the rule with Mars retrograde is to ignore the haters. They will expose themselves through the retrograde. The whole point of retrograde is if you try to fight something through a Mars retrograde, you always lose. If you don't try to fight it, if you just let things happen, people will expose themselves. You have this broken bridge. It says unsuccessful outcome to a problem. I think this is the Five of Cups. You're just like moving past something, like the first time that something didn't work out, and you're trying again. You have this feather. It says someone you know is independable and insincere. So I would be careful of like devil energy, of course. Even though it came up in the good stuff, it's still showing up in the reading. So I would trust your intuition on people. And these people, it could be anyone. But this looks pretty good here, Aquarius. I like where this is going. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.